figure I'd give you guys a good tour of the actual chicken coop and the chicken house now that we're done with it. I have to admit that I didn't get very many footages from it when we started moving. After we started moving everything, we just got way too busy, and I just didn't have enough time to get videos and try to get them put together. I got a few clips that I've edited out and trying to post some videos here before you've probably seen this one. But the chicken coop is done though. I have the original run up top are still, but we added on this piece that we got from a neighbor here in town, a couple houses down, friend of ours. Their neighbor had it for their chicken coop, and they got rid of their chickens, and so they gave it to us, and it actually worked out just about perfect for the height wise for the bottom of the roof of our original chicken run. But it's got the door there, and I put some pavers here. Of course there's weeds growing. We haven't pulled them yet or anything. Got ready to clean this up, but got pavers here because it is a little lower than the original garden floor or garden ground level. But that door can open up so we can let them in the garden. When we're all done with the season in the garden, we can let them roam around and eat bugs and some of the red vegetables and stuff. But we can also throw the cucumbers, any cucumbers or tomatoes or peppers or anything out of the garden into the door, rather than trying to have to stick them through the fence or walk around to get them in. I added a water line actually last year when I put the power in. We put the water line here, and I added onto that to fill a tub. I got a tub over there for water for now until we're gonna get ready for winter and put in a heated one somehow, somewhere. We haven't quite decided exactly what we're gonna do, but probably can still keep the water out here and just put a tank heater in it, just like we did before, the bucket style. But we got our calico princesses, which are those ones right there. We still have our Sussex that we had originally, and then we got a few meat birds. We processed 6 of them about a week ago. We still have 4 left. We're gonna try to do it this weekend, but we got a lot of rain this weekend. We got about another 3/4 of an inch yesterday, and Friday we had about a 1/2 inch or so. Thursday we had some rain. Been getting rain now that we're getting the harvest, of course. But and we got our 2 ducks. You can see our one gray call duck there, barely. It's behind that. I don't know where the female's at. Oh, she's on the back side. So we got all of our chickens in here, but the original chicken coop sat right here, and the run was here, and this was the end of the run. And we added on over to where we could set that greenhouse, so we'd clear the tree and everything so it actually fit in here. So we just added on rather than trying to dig it all up and move it. Just figured make a big one, then we have more room for if we wanted to add a few meat birds at a couple at a time. Plenty of room in here for them all. When we first got the meat birds and we moved them outside, I made a little, what I'm going to call a redneck pen in here. There's just some hardware cloth and some chicken wire, and there's their like snow fence or temporary electric fence posts stuck in there in the ground there, and we just kind of zip tied it all together. And I had a water set up for them and a feeder set up for them. Just kind of kept them separate so the birds would kind of get used to each other first. Then of course we opened it up and let them out, and it's still there. I haven't taken it out yet, but I don't know if I will. I might leave it in there just for the option if we might need them, just for now until I figure out more of a permanent region, permanent section. But it works. Instead of just had a plywood door and we'd stick it shut and had a bungee cord holding it shut. And I have made a big feeder. That's an old water softener tub. Came in, and we had it at work for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what it was for or who brought it in, but it's just the outside tank for like the salt tank or the brine tank. And I put the, got those off Amazon, I think. They're little feeder, just the little screw-in pieces there. There's 3 of them on there. And I can fill that up, and that, we only have to bring feed out here, I don't know, about once every 5 weeks to fill it back up. In the last week or so, I get in there and you have to kind of scoop it up beside the door, up alongside the openings there, because it doesn't have a cone. I thought about putting a cone in the center just so that no food would actually sit in the middle, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. But I haven't. Just easy to get in there and push it out by the edges for the last week or so before you add some, just to keep good rotation so there's no old food in there. But we've taken the original tarp down, because the tarp was, this is just a semi-tarp, and it was to here, and we had just chicken wire over the top over here just to cover it up. And then we took I got another tarp from work. It's not the perfect tarp, there's plenty of holes in it, which is why we get rid of them at work. We change them out. And to put it back up there and stretch it down, we have to somehow try to get this end tightened and fastened there, but right now it's just loose across there. And it works because the birds can't get in, nothing's getting in, nothing has gotten in yet to get into the chickens. But for the most part, I don't think it's kind of hard for them to see that, to figure out that they can't get in there. But I got chicken wire. I don't know if you can see it. I'd go in there, but it's pretty nasty in there from the rain right now in the chicken run. But I got chicken wire going across from post to post here and coming down. I want to add a board right about where it comes up and meets the side here, to be able to attach that chicken wire to, just to help keep things out of here, to be able to come down the side. If they were somehow to get up in here, they can't get down in there. And along the outside edge of the original run, I had a security wire buried, which is just, I had hardware cloth buried about 8 inches deep, 9 inches deep, and then it stuck out about a foot and a half on the edge. So if anything got up there and dig, they're gonna dig by the fence, right by the fence, and they'll hit that wire and they can't get in. They're not smart enough to back up a foot, you know, come back and then dig underneath of that. So they dig and dig and dig, and they can't get through that wire, so they stop. And on the new part, I didn't have enough chicken wire or hardware cloth, so down here I got a piece of soffit buried, and it'll eventually deteriorate away, but it'll do, I think it'll do the job for plenty of years in a row. I got it buried down on both sides here, one on that side, on the back side there, and one here, and I got it fastened to each post on the corners, and then it's bent in an L, same thing. Sticks out about a foot and a half. And I don't have anything here, but I got concrete. I had a couple bags of concrete that I leveled the building, or leveled this frame up with, and then I also put it in there to make it a little harder for things to dig in. And it goes down pretty good distance, but it sticks out a little bit. It's not perfect. Things can definitely get in here if they were to try. We got the old on the outside here. This is the post that I had set for the chicken coop, the original one, the small one. They had concrete around them. I broke the concrete off. I got the post still sitting here, but I broke the concrete off, and I just stuck that up alongside there to help keep that from pushing out, or because it's kind of sloped down here, till we figure out exactly what we're going to do with the Bob White run, and maybe put some pavers in here and level this up a little bit. But for now, I just stuck the concrete in there. It's easier than trying to get rid of it. And I said it helps. They can't really dig in through that. They're going to try to dig in there by it, but they won't come out here and try to dig. So this part's fairly well safe. This side and that side is about the only part that they could get in, but at night the birds are definitely inside, so I don't think anything will really try. Inside the coop though, we got seen it in a couple of short videos, I haven't really posted a whole lot of videos about them, but I got 4 egg roll-out trays in here for quail. Set up an automatic water with cups. I bought like a package of like 24 or 25, I don't remember exactly. There's quite a few of those cups, and I think I only got like 12 of the T fittings. But I just come down, I wanted to put a valve in here so that I could, if I needed to, like on the bottom of the bucket, in between the union here, to be able to shut that water off. So I could take the bucket out and clean it if I ever needed to. But for right now, I just, when it goes empty, if I need to clean it, I clean it. If not, I just keep water in it. But I got it coming down, crossed for these 4, and then it comes down again. And I got 4 more here. And then I actually got a plug on the bottom to where I can drain it, where I can drain the whole system. I only have one poop tray set up right now, and for these guys, and I put barn lime in here to help with the smell, and then it makes it a heck of a lot easier to clean the poop tray. I just take it out and scrape it in the compost pile, and then wash it down a little bit. Once it dries, I put more barn lime on and slide it back in. I clean that about a week and a half or so, unless they stand on the waters and break them, or well, they don't really break them, but they hold them where they leak out and then it floods out. And of course, quail are, this feeder, they're pretty messy with the feed, so it kind of rots. And occasionally, if there's a lot of feed, because there's a lot of food in here now, I'll take this and I'll dump it out in the chicken run, let the chicken scratch through it and eat. Same thing with down here, because I let the poop tray out one night and then it rained for like 2 days straight, so it was all wet and I never got it dry. So they spilled a lot down here, and I only have 1 bird down here right now. But I plan on I want to make more poop trays, but I need a better design for them. I wish I would have made it the size of a pan where I could get like a cake pan or oil drip pan to slide in there, but I did not do that. So for now, this is what I made these. It's just a piece of thin plywood with 1x frame around the outside edge, and I got it lined with some plastic, like a vinyl, clear vinyl that I got it in there, and I got it glued in there so it holds, so don't, if the water gets in there, don't ruin the wood so fast. But the bottom ones just drop on the ground. Their droppings just drop down the ground, and then I come in and scoop that out and clean it out. I do plan on getting wood chips hopefully this week, and we're gonna line the floor in here with some wood chips, and then the chicken run, or chicken house itself, the chicken coop itself, for bedding in there. So when I do that, I'll need to find something other than just letting it on the ground, so I don't have to scoop up wood chips and throw wood chips in the compost all the time. So I'll need to figure something out there. But the next video you'll see I'm getting ready to move some of the babies over into these cages here, and because they're getting too big for theirs. I got 2 bobwhite in here, but of course it's a catch-all right now, and I need to clean this up, get the top cleaned off so I can build some more cages here on top. But it's hard to see. If you've seen it in the video, I didn't really talk about it, but the chicken coop on the back portion here, I built the frame. Of course, it's a kind of a Gothic arch style building, a greenhouse, and so I just cut some strips off of a 2x4, and they're actually left over from another project I actually had. And I don't remember what the heck they came from, but I had them. Oh, no, it's when I built this cage. They were 2x4s, but I cut them down rather than going to buy 1x2s, and that I bought 2x4s and cut the 1x's out of them, and then you had these strips left over. And they actually worked out perfect, so they bend around there, and I double them up, because when I double them up, it holds them together, so now they're pretty stiff, they don't move. Because I didn't have a way of really attaching them to the greenhouse without drilling holes and putting holes in there, and I didn't really want to do that. So I just put them in there, and they're wedged in pretty tight by the top, and they lock themselves in, so they really can't move. And I laminated some part of a 2x6 on the inside walls to attach everything to, and so I got them stapled together there, so they really can't move very well there. And I had some reclaimed tin for my mom's, actually, where I brought the greenhouse in from there. Some of the tin that was my great grandpa's house there, but he had used it for part of the chicken run and stuff, and where it was attached to this, because he kept rabbits in this building and that. So we brought the tin home, and I cut them out, and they work perfect for the bottom there. Just built the frame, and these kind of cut at an angle. I just had to measure it out, but I got the door frame square, and then like I said, just attach the tin there on the bottom. Just got them screwed up to the side there, so I think it looks kind of good from the outside, and then the inside is pretty clean. Then just staple the chicken wire up, and I got it at the top here. I haven't made anything for the top here for when this does open to them, for like a screen to keep the birds in or predators out. But this only opens up, I mean, it opens up pretty good distance there, but it only opens up when it's hot. When it gets hot in here, it's kind of temperature controlled here, automatic regulated. And then so I blocked the top here. I was having one bird or two, or once in a while they want to roost up here at night, but that stopped pretty soon, or pretty quick. Got a couple roosting poles in here. Of course, there's not enough now that I have meat birds, but the meat birds don't really try to roost. They sleep on the floor. Got my nesting boxes, kind of temporary. Two of those mounted down, but we added another one. I haven't screwed it to the floor yet, or to the board. There's a board underneath of that. I want to make something more permanent, but that gets us by for now. And I added the window. This I got from a friend. It's actually just I think I talked about it in the past video, but if not, this window is from like a window company. It was their showcase one. They just take to a couple of shows here and there, so it's just a miniature version of a normal window that they would sell. But when they're done with them, they just throw them out. But he used to work for him, so he used to bring them home, and it worked out perfect. So I just framed up the big opening there, because it used to have a door that flipped down. I still have that, it's just not attached to it anymore right now, so I just framed that in and put that window in to keep ventilation, so we could have a screen. Of course, we cut the hole in the wall. I laminated. Here's the part of those like 2x6s, 2x8s and stuff that I cut. 2x10s and stuff, but I just laminated the wall. I put some resin, fiberglass resin, up against the wall and stuck the board there. Nice dang chicken, go away. And then I got it stuck to the board or the wall there, kind of glued it in, and then I took some fiberglass matting and covered it all up and just laminated it right to the wall, so that's pretty well attached. That way I could screw boards to it. Got it on the one on the bottom, one up so far, same thing on the other side. And then these I just used what did I use? I think some flex glue, like the flex seal stuff. I just used the glue and did them, and they so they didn't have to be perfect because they're pretty well pressed out there. And there's a screw coming up. Can't see it, but I got a screw coming through the corner of the board up into that, so this is pretty well held tight, so it does go up there and hold it. But like I said, it works out great, and the chickens are happy. They have plenty of room. especially when we added a few more chickens to it. We had another 10 meat birds in there, well, 11 meat birds. We lost one probably within a couple days after coming home with them. So we had 10 meat birds in there too. And so they get along, they had plenty of room. 2 ducks and all the chickens and stuff. But I figured I'd give you guys a good tour of it. So I don't think anybody's I really haven't made a video on it in a while. I apologize for that. So I'm out here working on another project and making a video on it. So I figured I'd give you a full tour of the chicken coop, because I know it's going to be the first few questions. People wanting to see everything, see how I did it and how it all came out. So we just got too busy in here this summer trying to get all this stuff done. Had a lot of other things going on. Work, and wife going back to school, or was in school getting her master's. And teaching degree, our teaching degree. And then of course getting a first full-time teaching job, her own classroom now. So she has a lot of stuff on her plate, and so we've been busy trying to help her out to keep her, you know, so she's not so overwhelmed with everything. So we really haven't had a whole lot of extra time to do a lot of things. So we've been going about 100 different directions like most people anymore, and have been, but now we're hopefully getting caught up to where we can start slowing down a little bit, maybe complete a few of these projects, because I have plenty of them, plenty of projects going on, plenty of projects I need to do and work on. So, but I said I figured I'd show you guys everything around here and kind of give you an idea of what's going on. And if I didn't cover something very well, or you want to know something more, or more information on how I did this, or even just the part of the setup, let me know in comments below, and I will I'll try to follow up and make more videos on that. But thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.